What's up, folks? We are back live today to play Final Fantasy X. This is gonna be the first part of probably many. The goal is to do a full run of the game, complete the story, complete all the end game content, max out all of our stats, and however long that takes, we'll find out. So whoever is watching today, I'm happy that you are there, and there will be a lot more to come. So this is part 1. I just did a new game. I've got to mention this is the original North American PS2 release, meaning that this is the version without the Dark Aeons, which I don't really mind because I don't like the Dark Aeons to begin with. So, regular North American game. So what we will do in the upcoming streams, upcoming weeks, upcoming months maybe, I'm gonna complete the main story, obviously. Then we are also gonna get all the celestial weapon of every characters. We are gonna complete the monsters, the arena at Calmland quest, and we are gonna complete the sphere grid of every single character with all the stats maxed out to 255 and HP as high as possible with all those stats maxed out. So just did a new game right there. We're gonna get I'm gonna watch all the cutscenes, but I'm gonna also talk throughout everything that's going on, and
Listen to my story.
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Should be our last chance.
Should be a fun one. I haven't played Final Fantasy X in quite a while, so definitely it's gonna be cool. I hope I can get through the main story without getting a single game over. That would be pretty cool. And yeah, we're just gonna chat while I play this game casually and have fun. So we're gonna be here for at least 2 hours and a half, 3 hours today to get on with the main story. And you know, I'll talk about pretty much anything. If you have questions, just ask them in the chat, and I'll talk about my experience with this game. Actually, first time I've ever played Final Fantasy X was when I was probably about 14 years old. 12 or 14, I'm not sure. It was a few years after the game came out, a few years after the PS2 came out. And you know, at the time I did not really speak English, so
Can you sign this?
it was
No
not
problem.
super easy. So yeah, Tidis, yes.
Please?
So that's super easy
Alrighty.
to complete the game at the time, because yeah, like I said, I was
Take it easy.
not speaking English, but a few years after was able to complete it. This is
Can I
the
have
Final
your
Fantasy
autograph?
I've done the most
Of course.
out of all the games. I wouldn't
luck
say it's my
tonight.
favorite,
Nothing to worry about.
but it is among
Oh, if I score
the
a
very
goal,
good one. So
I'll do this.
we'll see how this leads.
That'll mean it was for you, okay?
This just brings back
What
a lot of
seat?
memories.
Ace block in the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it.
Right, so let's leave
Well,
and go to
gotta
our
go. Cheer
Blitzball
for me.
game.
Two,
The Zanarkand
three,
Aves
teach us
versus
how to
the
blitz!
Doggles from Sea
Hey,
South.
I got a game to play.
Then teach us after!
Maybe tonight?
Zanarkand.
Well,
You can't tonight.
Even to this day,
I
this is the
mean,
original
tomorrow.
PS2 version. This is not the
Promise?
HD remaster. And
promise.
even to this day, the graphics are not that bad. This was the first Final Fantasy with full-on voice acting. Also the first on the PS2, obviously. So I guess they did put a lot of efforts in it. And we can see Jack there on that building. You don't know it yet, boy, but you're gonna fight that big man sooner than you think. So let's make our way through the highway and go through the match. So yeah, I'm not necessarily gonna listen to all that dialogue here,
when I heard the news.
but we're gonna go through all the cutscenes still.
Vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanara says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jack all night.
Alright, let's move on. People watching, say hi in the chat. Exclamation mark QOTD for the question of the day.
Sorry.
I'll find details about that
Hey, I'm
in
gonna
the
be
details
late.
of this channel.
Hey, let go of me.
Come on, let's go to the game. And on to one of the pretty intense soundtrack of this game. One of the very good one too. Now, you know, when we see this cutscene and also the one later in Luca when you guys are playing Blitzball, it would be so cool if we had more of this, if the actual Blitzball minigame was more like what we're seeing in this cutscene. That would be so cool, but obviously it's not really possible. What you see in cutscene is always better than the actual thing. What would be cool if someday we had actual Blitzball? What do you think? Should we have Blitzball in real life? The first time I saw that guy, I remember thinking that this was probably one of the bad guy of the game, when in fact he is one of the good guys, Sir Alred. But of course the big monsters, you know, because he's kind of subtly sin, which is more or less what he's doing, I guess. I often thought that he was the bad guy of the game. This actually looks pretty bad. Oh my god. City's getting destroyed by this ball of water while people are playing in the water at the same time. And Sid is trying spear shots, but obviously it's failing at the moment. You know, it is kind of weird in a way that this is a dream city of Zanarkand, not the real thing, obviously, and that the dream is able to appear in Spira, but there are explanations for it, you know, it's, with the fireflies and all that stuff. So I believe we're gonna soon get to our first save. No, it's harder. But you'll see when I save my game, there will be multiple save files already. And that's because I'm using the memory card I always use for this game. And this will allow me to circumvent one of the trick, which is the all-bed primers. We're gonna start with all the all-bed primers for this game, just because if I miss a single one by mistake, I am gonna be completely screwed and will not be able to say that I completed this game 100%. So, just for the all-bed primers,
It begins.
it's gonna be
What?
we're gonna
Don't
use
cry.
what's on the memory card. Ooh, that's a little man. Spoiler alert, that was the Bahamut.
What the? Hey, wait! Hey, not this way!
Look,
Now that Oren guy looks badass. But is he strong? I actually think he is. Sorry about that.
we called it sin.
Sin?
Sin. So you know, sin. Why call it sin? It represents maybe the original sin in the Bible. What else would it represent? You know, the time when it was first summoned 1,000 years ago by Yevon. There was a big war between Zanarkand and Babel, so maybe calling it sin because everyone who fought the war and tried to be better than one another were sinners. And also the fact that if you are
My old man?
a sinner in the Yevonite faith, they say that
I hope you know how to
sin
use it.
will keep coming back. So, alright, let's get on to this first fight. What I want to do is just cut through,
These ones don't matter. We cut through.
just like I already said. These ones don't matter. We cut through. Right there. Never mind. Okay, I understand. I was trying to go right, left for the B and C feeds, but they were farther down the road. I thought my arrow keys on the controller were not working. Sorry, I don't know why I
Don't bother
keep
going
yawning.
after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and
I
run.
just finished eating, maybe that's the reason why. So let's keep moving forward. These enemies are not really dangerous. And even our kind of fun first boss only casts Demi, so it's not a dangerous one either. Here it comes. Now come on, folks. Yeah, this guy only cast Demi, which removed 1/4, 25% of our remaining HP, which also means that he
Get out of my
cannot
town!
kill us,
Some can't wait to die.
which would be a real shame if the very first boss of the game could kill you. Alright, Dragon Fang. I don't remember any input of Orange Overdrive, so the first few times I'm gonna use it, it's gonna be quite a pain in the ass. Knowing what's coming, I'm gonna keep Titus Overdrive for the thing we have to make it explode after him. And by the way, there will be a lot of spoilers. I have no idea why I'm yelling so much. Seriously, I don't know. Maybe it's because of the weather outside. It's rainy and boring weather. The window is right in front of me, so all I can see is rain falling. But I'm happy to be here, happy to be with all of you guys. And finally, we beat the big bad tentacle, or whatever that was. We'll call it Sinspawn, since that's the name that's going to be given to those things throughout the game. Now, let's move on to the next part. There is a save sphere that we are going to use for the first time to replenish our health. And as I said, you will see many save games, so we're going to use 4, 5, and 6 for this playthrough. 16 minutes into the game, that's pretty much on track for a casual playthrough watching all the cutscenes.
What are you laughing at, old man? Alright, let's get out of here.
We're expected.
Huh? Give me a break, man!
I honestly think that the voice acting of this game is very good compared to many other dub games that even today I would say are bad. Come on, my little fellas. Ooh, this could be bad.
This could be bad. That! Knock it down!
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
I know quite a bit of the dialogue in this game. Like I said, I've played it so many times that, you know, I was supposed to do a master degree based on that game. I can tell you more about that eventually. One more hit, I believe. Yep, one extra. Starting to flicker, you fucking bad boy. And here we go. Now we sit back and watch for a few minutes.
Go.
So will we be able to save the town? What's gonna happen? are a little man. Soundtrack composed and part mixed by Nobuo Uematsu, the Black Mage. And you know, you can see it. You know, a soundtrack like this, there's a feeling to it. Something bad's happening. The fate of the main character is being decided right now. That's what this soundtrack feels like. Things are gonna change. This is your story. And it all begins here.
It all begins here.
So what's gonna happen now? Where am I?
Hey! Hey!
Who's that?
My old man?
He's old man, so he did so you know, we can assume, you know, because Jack is sin, that Tidus is coming in contact with Jack already.
I thought about a lot of things. Like where I was,
Little
what I
kid.
got myself into.
Tight
I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me,
underwater ruins.
so I didn't have
which
to feel
is,
alone anymore.
very common in this game, but why are we seeing this? Maybe he was half conscious in the Baaj ruins, or on his way to the Baaj ruins. Now he's waking up. Well, that would be very creepy if we just woken up in
Anybody there?
rubbles like this after being attacked by this
Aaron!
big monster,
Hey!
and you literally don't know where you are. That would be so creepy. Luckily, like, there's, as far as we know, there's no place on Earth, on our Earth, where would be so lost as to not know where you are if you woke up in some ruins. But you know, that could happen. So yeah, we're gonna get all the items that we can. I know there's a chest somewhere. Is there one here? No. There's some Albed writing there. Huh.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
I did not get all my Albed primers yet. Yes, there is a chest. 200 gills, oh my god. So one trick I probably won't gonna use is the Owakada 23rd gills rebates that you can get. I mean, we'll see when I meet him later, but here I can get all the Albed primers from the game. And now I am an Albed Master. I'm not going back to look at what was written in those ruins. So now we arrive here. There is nothing. I feel like I've missed a treasure chest, but it does not really matter. It's not like there's any very important items at this place in the game. So let's just save. 24 minutes in. Let's continue. I believe during my first ever playthrough I missed this treasure chest here because, well, I did not know what was gonna happen if I just continued. But there's a high potion here, so this could be useful for the beginning of the game. 1000 HP. And we can look at the details already. You know, we know from hindsight that this is the Baaj temple, but the amount of details that are in the background is still very surprising. You know, they put a lot of effort in the environment. You can see the statue there of whichever priest, maybe a high summoner. For now, it's fine. This soundtrack brings back a lot of memories. Memories of me having fun playing this game. Memories of my dad being so annoyed by this soundtrack. He hated it, while I was enjoying it to the max, which was always pretty funny. Now we have the big monster here that even if we wanted to, we could not beat because it got way too much HP. And luckily it's not swallowing us during those first encounter, and it's also not throwing its stone punch that we'll have to deal through later. Preemptive strike, oh that's nice. I don't think I've ever had preemptive strike here. But only 3 or 4 turns and good. And yeah, his attacks only remove half of my HP, so no big deal. Like, I believe the first real fight that can truly kill me are gonna be when Creek comes in. But before that, no real danger of dying in this game. My feet hurts. I have a sunburn on the top of my feet. Don't get that, it's just so annoying. The beach 2 days ago. Yeah, Saturday. I forgot to put sunscreen on the top of my feet, but to be honest, who has ever put sunscreen on their feet? I don't even remember my mother doing that. Right, into Baaj temple and eventually our tomb. What's gonna happen there?
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Later this week I'm gonna buy a directional microphone to replace my clunky setup I have now with those headsets. I always thought that this soundtrack reminded me of some other soundtrack from another Final Fantasy, but I could never figure out which one. Like, is this somewhat similar to
fire?
what you would hear in the ice cavern of Final Fantasy IX? with something similar to this soundtrack. Or I'm pretty sure this soundtrack is inspired by something else from the Final Fantasy universe. Right, let's continue here. There's a treasure chest that you can collect, so might as well take it. I don't remember what's in it though. High potion. That's good. Now let's get the flint and get this fire started. Yeah, we'll want to use the sphere to get back my health because, well, I did lose a lot of HP for the last boss. And yeah, let's get the flint now. Good. Right there, let's start fire. Alright, we have light, we have heat, but we don't have food. So what's gonna happen now? You know, the
I need food.
top of that dome is kind of similar to Seymour's site when
What
you
do
kill
you
him for
want?
the first time.
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
Why is he thinking
It's
of that
been
at this moment?
10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who? Me?
You cried.
I'm not really sure what this discussion was all about. Like, yeah, Jack disappeared 10 years ago, but still not really sure what this discussion was about.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
Can he find more wood? That thing should burn. Well, can we use this thing as firewood?
Give me a break!
That would be interesting. So I can attack, and I have 2 high potion I can use if I need to. And how long before Vigor arrives? 4 turns? 5 turns? Yes, I can. Okay, now better use potion here. And I believe, yeah, now. Friend or foes. Surprise. These guys looks like they are going into nuclear hazard. With their clothes and their mask, that is pretty intense. I mean, compared to the rest of Spira, the way the Albeds are dressed is
You on my side? Cool.
pretty different. And when you look at Riku's suit, you gotta wonder, is it what is here behind? Like, is it her suit that got these colors? Because, well, yeah, you can read my mind. Stole grenade. Steal another one. It's alright. It's almost dead anyway. There you go. First real dangerous fight of the game. Yeah, it's just her suit with those colors. But seriously.
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go.
Yep. You better shut up. I would also not say a thing if I had all those guns pointed at me.
Fed! Shrivet de Croissant! Ifun Pedid! Fapunek et Fedrik!
I actually have a dagger that has a similar shape to one that Albed had.
Kuno.
I don't know if it's Nidus, the baseball player that we just saw. But anyway, there are many Albeds with the same look. But I do have a dagger with a similar shape.
Kid, it's thy job.
Hey, that hurts.
Usujek, right?
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay.
Kindness.
Do you think brother is gay?
Right, whatever.
That's how he acts.
Tuli Hood Kabeg?
And I don't mean to offend anyone, by the way. Just
I said I don't
stereotypical
understand.
and the way he acts, so I'm curious.
He said you can stay if you make yourself
Yes,
useful.
I just asked that question.
You
So
understand
let's keep
me?
going with the game. Yay! Alright.
All right, I'll work.
So let's heal ourselves. I won't save just yet. Let's talk to Riku.
Oh, almost forgot.
She's gonna teach us about the sphere grid, but I already know about the sphere grid, so let's just skip ahead. I thought the sphere grid was a very interesting concept. They never used it again, even though Final Fantasy XII has a different system that is somewhat similar to some degree. But it never came back into action after Final Fantasy X, which I think is kind of a shame. But hey, they do what they want. Now, do you realize that by the time we finish, when I'm done with Final Fantasy X, all of this will be filled. This is crazy. I've never done this before. Not even remotely close from finishing the sphere grid. So this is gonna be very interesting in, I don't know, 2 hours time.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
I believe if I go back on the ship, Brother is gonna give me some items, so let's just do that real quick. Return to ship.
We'll go as soon as you're ready.
Just want to get something.
Suchai!
Nope, not him. Ah, here, 3 potions. Alright, so now we're ready. Cool, so let's dive. There are gonna be some fights on our way. Some kind of piranha thing. We're gonna pass through other hall beds. And for those who didn't know, what we are gonna unlock is my brother is texting me about the game. Right, so let's get into those. And yeah, basically we are salvaging the airship that we're gonna use later in the game. So let's keep going. That is like the power rooms of the airship that we probably never visit again. That is interesting. It gives us another perspective when we think about it. Oh, ambushed by the piranhas. That's not good. Let's steal stuff from you guys. I can steal grenades. It's gonna be useful against those, against the bus later on. Steal from the other one. Dead. We can get plenty of grenades now, it's gonna make things easier for the bus fight later. So that way. And we are, you know, it would be fun if any broken machine would get fixed just by banging on them, like Titus just did at the moment. Live doesn't work that way, but that would be pretty cool, pretty neat. boss fight. This guy is bad news. What can I steal from him? One grenade. Let's increase our strength. And Riku's gonna need a potion soon, like right now. I don't want him to die. So let's one more time. Use one potion on Riku. And now we can fight for real. I'm stealing another grenade. No. Okay. Now we fight for real. So I use the cheers twice, which increases my strength. And I can use a bunch of grenades against him. And he's about to charge. I cannot reach him at the moment. Yes, I know. Trigger command. Stand by. And he's gonna charge right through me. Ooh, that hurts. But we can use another grenade. I want to keep at least one for no real reason. And then we're gonna do our pincer attack. Only stand by. Gonna defend, and so is Riku. We're gonna take less damage then. Well, we did take quite a bit. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's a miss. And I believe now we're gonna do our pincer attack yet on the third attempt. Should not have that much HP left. Stand by. Come on. Oh, that's better. It's Titus who can suggest it, not Riku. Alright. Or overdrive yet. Is he dead? Right. Cool. I thought it was gonna be a few more attack at least, but I guess the grenades did their work. And now we can leave. Titus, level up. Come on, fucking bolt. Meaning that, yeah, we can keep going in the sphere grid. I don't have a power sphere, therefore I cannot raise my defense. What the fuck? Whatever. Now we're quitting this place anyway, so... we are heading back to the ship. We have some Alberts down there doing their work. You can see right below me. Right now we can see it. It's the actual airship that we will be using later in the game. That's pretty cool. It's something that you don't notice when you first play this game. What a after a while, you know. Funny enough, I don't know if it's rust. I hope it's rust because from this perspective it looks like it's only a rock. But obviously it is. Probably rust and algae and that kind of stuff that can happen to a ship underwater. And with that, it is mission complete.
Van Futra airship. Dradanukt van een neger.
What's that?
Hoef,
The
roefde,
doggy?
tongadieb. Wee, Wichita.
Hey! Hey, I helped out, didn't I?
Still haven't eaten anything. How can he still stand? Hungry.
Hungry.
And Riku's gonna arrive with food. From the looks of it, this looks like some kind of
Whoa! Right on.
spaghetti, maybe? I don't know. Pasta with sauce, something like that. I actually have no idea
Hey!
what they eat in this game. Yeah. We see that there are some fishermen's and
It's because you eat too fast.
trees with fruits. But we literally have no ideas of what they actually eat. Never thought about
Hey!
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku.
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand. Woo-hoo-hoo! Huh? Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We?
Oh, we means
Yeah,
you.
there is a little bit of bad lip dubs in this game too.
Um,
But I remember reading, or
who are you guys anyway?
I think I was reading that somewhere, that
We're
some
Al
of the
Bhed. Can't you
cutscenes
tell?
are actually sped
Wait,
up
You're not an Al
because
Bhed hater, are you?
they're using the
I don't
exact
even know what
same
an Al Bhed
footage
is.
for
Where are you
the
from?
Japanese version
Xanarkand. I'm a blitzball player.
and the English version.
Star
Therefore,
player
if the
of the
lips
Xanarkand Abes.
don't
Did you
match,
Hit your
well, they
head
have
or
to do
something?
something. But there are a few instances where it
you
is
guys hit me?
really, really, really bad. We'll see it
Oh, right.
throughout
Do you remember anything before that?
this walkthrough.
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkand. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your
This
head
is
gets
one of
funny when
those
Sin is
first
near.
instances of
Maybe
the
you just
game where
had
you're
some kind
like,
of dream?
am I in another world? Or what the heck? If there's no Xanarkand anymore?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays blitzball there.
1,000 years ago. So is this game about time travel?
What do you mean, 1,000 years ago? But I saw Sin attack Xanarkin. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No way!
Oh well, yes, that happened 1,000 years ago. It is pouring rain outside.
You said... You play blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah.
Huh.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh. And one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Oh, uh-huh.
And on the HD screen with her suit, Riku does look a little bit weird, especially her face. Never noticed that before.
Why Xanarkand? Some
Maybe I
kind of
just did not
holy
want to.
place? Yeah, right, I thought. Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca? I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place, that I could go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future? No way!
Yep, that would be kind of weird. I would have sort of accept it. And something's coming your way, man. That is not good. Is it Gyarados? No, it's a Sin. It's the Sin.
Etonic! Etonic!
Whoa!
I say to replace Sin by a Gyarados. And you know, it would have the same water effect anyway. And for the second time in a very short while, our main character gets washed away. Alright. So what's gonna happen now? Where is he gonna end up? Ooh. Beautiful water. Obviously there is an island there. Trees. So a tropical paradise, maybe?
Riku!
In the south, where he is. Blitzball.
Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
And here we are, after an hour, at Besaid Island. And what do you know? I didn't know at the time, but voice actor for Waka that we just saw, that guy here, the orange hair, voice actor is John DiMaggio, the same guy that plays Bender in Futurama and Lucy, the little devil in Disenchantment on Netflix. So let's get this chest right away, which is I think the Venus crest, Moon crest. And let's meet those blitzball players. We have time to going back to the village.
Oh. Hiya.
You wanna
Try that.
try that move one more time?
Finally,
When you
things were
listen
starting
to
to
it
look up.
carefully, you can hear that Waka does have a bit of a bender-ish touch in his voice. So, Titus here going for the spear shot. Pretty awesome move if you ask me. Especially when you talk to Besaid Island, who
You know amateur.
are a
Who
pretty
you play
bad team.
for?
Haven't
The
won a game in
Xanarcan
15
Abes.
years. There, he did it again.
What
The
team you say
Xanarcan
again?
Abes. Xanarcan was destroyed 1,000 years
I
ago.
meant, forget that. I got too close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like. So I don't know where this place is, or even where I came from.
Welcome, viewers.
Since toxin got to you, but you're
Exclamation
still
mark
alive. Praise be
QOTV
to
for the
Yahweh.
question of the day. So if you are just
All right,
joining,
back to
this
practice.
is part 1 of a
I'm
complete
Waka,
playthrough
coach and
of
captain of the
Final
Besaid
Fantasy
Island, brother.
X.
What? You hungry?
We are gonna
Okay,
complete
back to the village. I'll get you something.
the main story, and then let's talk to everyone. They're gonna give us items. So full playthrough of the main story, and after that we are gonna grind in order to complete all the endgame content, as well as max out the stats of all of our characters. So this is gonna take quite a while if you ask me. I don't know how long, but surely very, very long. This is not the only stream where I'm gonna play. Today we're going through the first 3 hours of the game, approximately. But stick through and watch through if you want to see everything there is to see about Final Fantasy X. For now, let's head to the village with Waka. Right. Oops.
I felt like I could trust this Waka, so I just had to ask. It's true Xanarcan was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities.
You know,
And Xanarcan
when
along
you
with him.
look at that,
Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said.
it is
If you ask me,
pretty similar
sins are
to
punishment for letting things get out of hand. What
the
gets
fact
me
that
though
people
is we
were
gotta
letting the
suffer
machines do
because
all
of
the
what some
work,
goofballs
and
did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would
the
they?
fact that the society completely collapsed
But you from the Xanarcan days, that was a good one, huh?
is very similar to
Hey, I'm not saying the team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
very similar
I
to what we see
appreciated
in
the
the
fact that Waka was trying to cheer
Legend
me
of
up.
Heroes
But
Trail
at that
series,
time, all I could think about
where
was everything that happened to
1,200
me.
years prior
All
to the game,
this
there was a
started
great
with
collapse.
Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time,
Great
I
technology,
could go home.
great
For
everything.
now, I just live life until that time
And
came.
going back
No more
to
worrying about
a world
where or
of
when I was. Sure, it was hard
nothingness.
not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better. Maybe.
What's up, Adam? Nice to see you. Become a follower and help me become awesome. Right, let's go to the village.
Hey, it's this way.
No, it's not this way. But we have to follow him anyway. Pretty nice view though. So this is
What's the big idea?
joining first part of a complete playthrough of Final Fantasy X, which is gonna take, I don't know, a few hundred hours at the very least. Not all in one go, obviously, otherwise I'm probably gonna die before I reach the end. But we're gonna complete the game. We are gonna complete all the end game content. Max out all the characters. Complete the sphere grid. Get all the celestial weapon. And I don't know how long this will take, but should be a fun one. Isn't there a treasure chest somewhere around here? I'm pretty sure there is. I could be wrong. I'm sure that there is a treasure chest. Piranhas to fight. Overdrive, I can keep it for later when we have an actual boss fight. And there you go. Besaid Island, probably one of my favorite places in the game overall. There is a treasure chest. I think the music is good. The vibe of this island has something to it. And so we are gonna arrive to this point where there's gonna be another cutscene, and then head to the island. Big words. These guys are good, able to fight underwater like that and just hold their breath as if nothing. There is a theory about how they can hold their breath for so long in this game, and it is something related to how the fireflies interacts with water. We hear from
Let me go!
from
Got a
Mage,
favor
I
to ask
believe,
you.
later in the game,
You want me on your team, right?
that high pillows and even fireflies could have something to do with Blitzball. So, who knows?
A major Blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say?
Blitzball
Huh?
tournament.
Come on, come on.
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
Right, finally back on the island.
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkin had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
So back on the island and heading to the village.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was
For now, I
5.
just hope that I
I
can
joined the
go through
Aurochs
the
at
game
13, 10 years ago. 10 years. And we never won a game. Well,
Never won a game
after
in 10
last year's
years.
tournament, I quit. Time seemed
That
right.
sucks. Did I say 15 earlier? That was my mistake. So 10 years without winning a single game of your favorite sports.
So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
My first match last year was my big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice
We'll
excuse.
soon learn
Hey,
what was
hey.
on his mind. His
So
brother
you want to win the
Chapman
next tournament?
died.
Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best.
No.
If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
When I say,
No.
what's our
If
goal?
I say, what's our goal? You say victory. When you play in a blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory?
You
You're serious?
Alright, we are aiming for victory. But yeah, hope to just complete this game without a game over first. That would be a nice achievement, and then we'll see from there. I know that maxing out all the stats
The one from the sea.
is really tough.
Be on guard. There are
Lot of
fiends on the
grinding
road
to do.
today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Yeah, when you're in a new
Cool.
world, you don't understand
In return,
anything.
come tournament time,
That
I'll
will
make
be
sure
that.
we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
We'll talk to the Crusaders once we get to the village. Is there gonna be a fight before I reach the village? There won't be one.
Besaid Village.
They got any food there?
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first.
Nice little cozy village. Not much happening.
Let's see. The Crusaders' lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Gata are usually there.
And seems
all
like
right.
Sin did not attack them in a
Over
while.
here.
But
Huh? What's up?
as we learned,
do
town
remember the
don't
prayer,
grow big
right?
in Spira. The prayer? No, I don't know any prayer.
Of course, I'd never prayed before in my life. Not that he would know that.
You must have forgot there's something. Here, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try.
I've done this game so many times that I could probably tell you most of the text line
Not bad.
by heart.
Okay, now go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any
Right,
blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball
So-
sign for victory.
There's proof there that Zanarkand and Spira are somewhat linked. But for now, let's visit the village. Gotta go to the Crusaders' Lodge, and then to the temple. So here's a phoenix down. Here, I believe, is the main shop of the village. Yes, I can buy items, but I don't need them right now. So remember, if you want to have a bit of fun in the chat, exclamation mark QOTD for the question of the day. There are 3 treasure chests here. I like that. High potion. 400 gills. And 2 potions. Pretty useful for the beginning of the game, obviously. So let's go talk to the Crusaders. There you go, folks.
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right? Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure.
You don't want
But
to
it
be attacked by
hasn't.
Sin, obviously.
I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything.
To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir. The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades. Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well,
yeah,
we've
right.
steered Sin away from towns many
Sin
times.
cannot be killed.
And that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it.
Yeah, only the
Our mission as
summoners
Crusaders
can
is to
defeat
protect the
Sin.
temples, towns, villages, and people of
But, you know,
Spira.
it's nice to see that.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad,
It's
sir?
nice to see that
It
the
does
world
seem rather
building
bad.
in this game
We
is
could just tell you,
just so cool.
But I think it better for
because
you to try and remember.
They
Go pray
created
at the temple.
a whole world
Perhaps
with
Yevon will help you
its tradition,
regain
its
your memory.
culture, its races, and you know you don't see that very often in video games these days. It's not like there's in many cases in Final Fantasy X everything was created. Usually there's some attachment to the real world, but not so much for Final Fantasy X, which is pretty cool. So there are no other treasure chests. We are gonna go in the temple now, visiting for the first time. These are also pretty nice. You know, it's the equivalent of the church, but in Spira, and you know, at the very least, in our own world, there's no big
It was then,
creature
standing in that place,
threatens to kill us.
I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
Yep. Nice universe, though. But I would also be pretty overwhelmed if that was me. This is Lord Braska.
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Finally.
Oh, what's a High Summoner?
Yep.
I got too close to Sin's toxin.
It's nice that you get to learn about the world in the game.
It was funny
through
hearing myself
ignorance
make
of
the same
main character,
excuse
and that
over and
there is
over.
an actual
Funny, and a little sad.
excuse that
The
he can
summoners
use
are
for his ignorance,
practitioners of
even
a
though it's
sacred
not
art,
true.
sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to
It's
us.
not like it's forced
They are the blessing
either
of
on
Yevon.
us, so
So what he meant was that we should respect some kind of
Yeah,
great man or
something.
something like that, I figured.
yep, you should respect the Lord Braska. I don't think there is anything in those two rooms. The treasure chest starts later in the game around the Jose temple. Yeah, but let's just check, because more treasure chest is always good, but no, there is nothing. Right, so let's go back and see Waka. Don't think there is anything else we can do right now. And you can hear the hymn of the faith in the temple too. So Waka would be in the middle lodge. There are no treasure chests in any of the other two, right? I just don't remember. Let's check just in case. a long time since I played that game. Yep, no treasure chest. Alright. Let's go and see Waka and continue on with the adventure.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look pushed.
Alright, let's take a nap.
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly.
Breeze from the temple. Oh, another dream? Remembering what happened in his past.
But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
I had completely forgotten that you do see
Thank you.
Titus' mother right there.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
Forgotten that.
But he might die. Fine, let him. Do you hate him so? But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Waka's not there.
Waka?
Let's continue. Should be at the temple. Oops. The controls are weird in this game sometimes, you know, this is the original PS2 version, and if you just go out of a room and keep the up arrow, you will keep moving in the direction that you were going without.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really. There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
Pretty
A day's
much.
already gone by.
Is it particularly
Full day.
dangerous
Oh
in there?
Sometimes,
Sorry about
yes.
that.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
It's not the best boss fighting in the world, but I think it's a pretty decent one, even in those kind of events.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
Was it? Alright, Cloister of Trial. Oh yeah. So, for pretty much every Cloister of Trial, I am gonna try to get Destruction Sphere right away. So, how long I think it's gonna take to complete 100%? Tough question. I think the main story is gonna be at least 30 hours. Then grinding for the celestial weapon. It's gonna take at least a few hours on its own, especially probably the chocobo thing you have to do for Titus's weapon, and even the butterfly for Kimari's. So I don't know. I'll be pessimistic and I'll say 4 hours for the celestial weapon. And after that, getting all the items that I need in order to build some good armor, some good weapons, Even though I am probably gonna use the celestial weapon for the most part. Plus the grinding. I would be happy if it takes less than 200 hours. And actually I think 200 hours is possible if you use the Downtonberry thing trick to level up quick, but I really don't know because I've never been much through that part of the game. Well, I'll say 200 hours and I'll be happy to be proven wrong. As for the chat, the lightning that you gotta dodge at the thunder plane, there is a trick to it. If you go near one of the craters in the first area of the thunder plane, there is a way to kind of trick the game and the lightning will always fall at the exact same place at the exact same time. Which I believe is how I did it the very first time, without even knowing it myself. Here's the Road of Wisdom. But the Chocobo is definitely the annoying one. But we'll see when I get there. We'll also check probably tutorials on YouTube just to help me, because, yeah, like I said, I've never been through this part of the game.
What's gotten into you?
Played a bit into the arena before, but never
only summoners,
deep
apprentice
into it.
summoners, and their guardians can enter here.
I think once I'm
tradition,
done with
very
everything,
important.
So
first
what
thing I
about
will
you?
do is actually
Me? I'm a guardian.
complete the sphere grid with
guardian?
what is already there. So I will have some pretty good stats, even though it's not going to be 255, but I will be super strong already.
Whoa! Ah!
And
Summoners
then
go on a
go on
pilgrimage
fighting
to
the
pray at every
monsters
temple in
and
Spira.
grinding for all the
Guardians
spheres.
protect them. The guardian's in there now. One of them's got a short fuse.
So thinking
and
back,
who knows what the others think.
maybe 300 hours. I don't know.
Now that we come this
It's
far,
gonna take a while.
might as well go
It's
all
gonna
the
be
way.
fun. I even thought of maybe, just maybe, maxing out every single Blitzball player. But that
What are
would
you
take
doing here?
forever.
Didn't think we'd be able to
This
handle it.
Garrison Blitzball
No, it's
accumulates so
it's just-
slowly.
See, I told you she gets mad easy.
And by the way, it is worth remembering that this is the original North American version, so
Is
there
the
will not
summoner
be the
alright?
Dark Aeons and the extra bus that comes with
Who
it.
are you?
Which does not really matter because the extra bus with Dark Aeons is as strong, maybe even a little bit weaker than the final monster of the arena, so no big deal. But it's gonna take a while, that's for sure. So for now, let's focus on the main story for the next 30 hours or so. And then we can worry about the rest. But if I can grind already a little bit throughout the game, get all the items that I need, I'll try to. If it can save me a little bit of time to later on. But most of the grinding is gonna happen at the arena and in the Omega ruins at the end, so probably not much I can do until then.
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
Yuna! And we saw Kimari and Lulu also in there. So,
Man,
funny
was I
story.
surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
I played this game when I was like 14 years old or something like that. Yuna was actually My first video game crush. It really was. Oh my god. I feel ashamed thinking about that right now. But it's true, she's cute.
Hey, over here!
So yep, as a teenager I had a crush on Yuna.
What? Ow!
Now let's see.
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
Let's watch and enjoy the summoning of Valifor. If I'm not pronouncing it well, I don't care. I've always pronounced it Valifor. I always thought that the summoning of this particular Aeon was pretty cool. Like, especially with the battle music, I think it fits just perfectly. As we will see later on when I summon it in a battle. I think this is also the... It is a summoning that, like, is not recurrent in the Final Fantasy world. You know, we have Ifrit, we have Shiva, we have Bahamut, but Valifor was
I had never seen anything like it in my
in the
life.
series.
Sure, it was a little scary, but still,
And I don't think
I
we've
could
seen
feel
it again
a strange
afterward
kind
in
of
any other
gentleness coming from it.
games, at least as a name. Yep, confirmed.
I remember that night we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
So, funny enough, Titus pretty much getting used
Let me
to
introduce you
Spira,
to the team.
accepting
This guy
that
here
he's there,
wants
I
into the
guess.
tournament so bad, I let him on the team. His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
So, joining the baseball team, meeting the guys.
Hi, guys. So what's our goal?
To do our best!
Oh no.
Nope, we got
have
a new goal now. Our new goal is victory! To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island.
So the Besaid
That's
Island,
all we need
when
to
you
do to
start
win.
with them
Easy, huh?
and play blitzball, they completely suck. They're literally one of the worst teams of the game. FIFA is one of the worst goaler of the game. And if you reach level 99 in blitzball with Keepa the goaler, he's the only player that gets 99 of shooting, not even catching. So like, what the heck? Why does a goaler shoot so well?
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Lady Una, be careful.
Okay, I'll say the
But
side
it was
characters'
really
voice,
my
like
fault
this
to
old
begin
man,
with.
this old lady, are kind of bad voice acting, if you ask me.
I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help
The
earlier.
main characters have good
I'm
voice
sorry
acting.
about that. Wasn't I not supposed to? Guess I kind of overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I find it almost funny that, you know, Titus transgressed
I saw that
the
Aeon thing.
principles by going into
That's
the
amazing.
procedure of trial. Why
Really?
didn't nobody
Do you think
anything
I can become High
afterward?
Summoner?
Especially considering that this is pretty much
Lady Yuna, come play with me
Yevon,
some more.
what he did. You would think that they would arrest him or do anything, but pretty much goes
So,
free.
tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Xanarkand.
How does she know about Xanarkand? I wonder.
She's cute, yeah?
Yeah, she's cute.
Don't get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
So, as we are going to bed, Titus is gonna
Good.
dream.
Sleep tight.
And there is just so much going on in the dream that we are soon gonna see. Like, I will not go in details because don't have time now. Eventually I can though. But in this whole dream that we are seeing right now, that we are playing through, if you analyze that dream using psychoanalysis, because I did study literature
Everyone will
when I was
find
younger.
us if it doesn't come
If
soon.
you analyze this dream, you can figure
You
out
really sure
pretty
this
much
is okay?
everything that's gonna happen in the game
Would you
to a
take
reasonable
me
degree.
to Xanarkand?
Hey,
And
you said you'd go with me.
I can tell you that
Oh, hey,
in this dream, Riku
I thought Waka told you not to get any
actually
ideas.
represents
He did.
Titus's mother.
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
I won't elaborate for now. Just think about that.
You with a woman? You
But
can't
I
even
plan to
catch
do
a
a
ball.
whole video on that eventually.
Oh, what's the matter?
Maybe even a panel at
Gonna cry
some
again.
anime
Cry,
convention.
cry.
That would be
That's
cool.
the only thing you're good for.
Here you see Jacked, the two girls.
Huh?
Everything is there for
You
make
have
a
to
mess
speak loudly.
and for perfect psycho
You.
analysis of a dream.
That's the spirit.
It's just perfect.
You can do it.
You know, that's what happens when you are at university and you start thinking too much.
He's dead, okay? Dead.
But I find it pretty cool when I think about it.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him.
What's going on there?
But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu.
Who's
You
Chapu?
shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but
That's it. No more.
Lulu definitely
Enough,
has her
Waka.
own charm, but not my type.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
my little brother, Chapu.
So we start learning more about
Look like you.
Waka here.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
And that is why
so
Waka
that's
was
why.
not concentrated for the tournament, that he
I
could
became a
not win.
guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well,
Should you
after
be
the next
fighting
tournament,
for
I'll be a
revenge?
guardian full time.
I don't know.
I know it kind of looks like I'm
Revenge.
using you, but I'm not.
Never brings anything. You cannot
Don't
bring
worry.
back the dead.
I mean, I owe you a lot.
But I guess in a world like Spira,
You really...
the fact
Help
that
me
you
out,
can
you
help
know?
defeat Sin,
What I mean
who
is...
did kill your brother,
Thanks.
maybe
Waka.
some kind of a relief. I wouldn't
Stop.
know him.
You're
not,
embarrassing me.
I don't have a dead brother, so I don't know how that would feel. Right, let's move on. We are leaving Besaid Island this morning. So let's save our game and let's get going. So this dream is an hour and a half into the game. I thought it was 2 hours and a half. Oh my god. Oh, that's even earlier than I thought. Cool.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Really cool.
Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving
So
this?
here we are
to
getting
me?
the Brotherhood sword.
Use it well.
Which, to be honest, until the end of the game, of the main story, is
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
one of the best weapons.
You never used it.
Like, not the best.
Where's Yuna?
But definitely good
We're
enough.
taking the same
that
boat as
you
Yuna,
can
right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Keep it equipped.
Yuna came to this
for
village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
any fight that does not involve.
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now,
Everything's
today,
gonna go pretty well.
she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
This soundtrack
You
is
really
so
don't need all that luggage.
good. Really like
They're not really
Yuna's
my
team.
things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go.
Leaving Besaid. Maybe to never come back. And why do I say that? Well, because of what we learned later in the game. Yes, there will be a lot of spoilers during this stream. But I assume that if you watch this, you probably know a little bit of the game. And you know what? It's been 20 years, 22 years since that game came out.
No problem.
If you don't know anything about it,
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well.
too bad.
Might make a good guardian someday.
Bye.
A flyer. My kind of customer.
There you go. Let's keep moving. So we fought with Waka and Titus's new weapon. Actually, I can equip you now with the Road of Wisdom that we just got earlier. Got that the Cloister of Trial. And here we have some
Looks like trouble.
living jello.
Ha! Watch this!
I always thought that these
Only
monsters
magic can
look
beat
like
that
jello.
thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean.
Come on, Black Mage.
You're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here. Spells of ice work well against fire fiends.
So here we
And
learn
ice
about
fiends
the
are weak
elements,
against
fire and
magic.
ice,
You follow?
lightning and water.
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means
It's a water fiend, therefore we will attack with thunder. And there you go. Weakness 1.5. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's keep moving. The next monster is gonna be a pretty tough one. I'm gonna require Valifor. But
take your
first-
time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Yeah, it's all that mystery
Alright.
that we will only learn
You ready?
about midway at the Albed home about what's gonna happen to Yuna after she defeats
What's
Sin.
going on?
So we are gonna be clueless for a while, but
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip.
and I will pray for a safe trip
Chapu
because I want to
didn't pray
avoid
that
getting
day.
any
Said he'd miss his
game
boat.
over.
That should do it.
Right, let's move on. So we are now going that way. Are we gonna fight Kamari first? Whoops, wrong way. There's like a bright red arrow on the map. How can I fuck that? Kilika and Beacon Hill joined as well. My guess would be where... I'll keep these thoughts for myself for now, and when we get to the airship at the end of the game, we'll see. So this looks like a pretty nasty boy. But I have my overdrive, so let's use it now. Considering I'm trying to grind and get all overdrive, I should probably use it as soon as I got it, but if I want to also get through the main story, I will play like I usually would for now.
That's enough.
What's with that guy?
Kimari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another of Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kamari doesn't talk much anyway.
So he's like this dragon knight.
He has protected me
or
since I was a
lancer.
child.
But hey, if I finally level up again, yes. So let's continue there. And now I have some power sphere I can use. So the next fight should be a tough one and will teach us about summoning. Oh yeah, sure is a bad boy. And
The flyer! That's your
this time
department,
of the
right?
game
True.
is the only time of the entire game where
Why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
enemy appears in Besaid. We don't see him at any other time
First real battle.
on this island.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
And yeah,
Okay.
I always thought that Ballet 4 with battle music looked so cool. Like, no, take this here. It's like coming from the heavens to save you, to help you. With some trumpets from the heavens. The Sonic Wing is gonna help delay him a little bit. How many times can I do that? No, not now. So let's attack. And I know there is a bus coming pretty soon on the boat from Besaid to Kilika Island. So let's try to get the overdrive just to make things easier. So let's keep attacking. Until there's only one attack left. 642, no sign yet. We're gonna get the overdrive and it'll be good for the upcoming boss fight. 349, that's not a critical hit, I'll be fine. And there you go. Overdrive full. So let's get rid of you, my friend. Good job. And now we have a bright bangle that we can equip Lulu with. Dark Ward. Who cares about Lulu being immune to dark since she's doing magic and her physical attack are shit. But it's better than the usual bangle, so I guess let's just give it to her for now. But again, this
Another one of those.
oh true.
No problem. Leave this one to me, huh?
Teach us
Say
about
good night, birdie.
Waka skills, dark attack. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. So yep, miss. No weakness to elements, so we're gonna go with fire. I'm gonna have Yuna skip a turn just so she gets the experience. And we're gonna switch her for Titus after. That's kind of my little trick for grinding without grinding. If I can get some extra turns with my character before the enemy attack and without taking damage, I will just go for it. Now Dark has warmed up, but I should be good to kill it. Yeah. Focused attack I was missing. So everyone gets experience. Yuna and Waka get level up. I got a bright shield that actually defense plus 5, dark ward. I'm gonna go with the bright shield for Titus for now. And Sphere Grid for Waka. With aim at accuracy and agility in his case. Yuna for on the magic. First magic we learned are the null blades and all the null magic. Which helps us getting protected from all the elements during a fight. So I believe the fighting tutorial is pretty much done for Besaid Island. Now we just have our 3 enemies, only 3 enemies of Besaid Island. Level up for Lulu, I believe. Oh yeah. So she is more focused on magic. But it does not really matter at this point. Well, it actually does, but at the end of the game it won't matter because all of these characters will have 255 in every stat. And here we are at the beach. I believe there are some people I can talk to that will give me items. this soundtrack. I really do. Seeker's Ring. What does it do already? HP plus 10%. I don't want that. I don't like to artificially increase my HP. So, do you guys have any 400 gills? If I speak to you a second time, no, I cannot. There's nobody this way. So let's get on the boat. Nobody at the end of the dock. Do you have anything for me? No. Alright, time to leave. Heading for Kilika Island. That's one of the best soundtrack of the game, I believe. Luna's theme is
Goodbye.
sadness filled with hope. That's kind of how it feels. Yeah, sad, but yeah, sadness that brings hope to the people. That's what this music sounds like. So, our first trip in Spira from Besaid to Kilika. For the first time, Titus knows where he is going. Can you believe that?
Boo!
This soundtrack, movement in green, feels like... what does it feel like? Ooh, naughty boy. It feels like we're making progress. We're discovering. And life is not that bad world. I'd say that this is how the soundtrack feels. We're heading somewhere. We have hope. I think that's fine.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
So let's explore the ship. So I know there is a treasure chest, maybe. The captain's cabin. Not in this exact cabin. It's gonna be on the other boat later. So for now, let's go downstairs and meet Owaka the 23rd.
Those fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. All me name's not Owaka. Don't look like you got much money either. I've no business with you.
Come
Anyway,
on, you freaking
Who do you think you
pretentious
are?
prick.
Owaka the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire.
Owaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
So let's talk to him. I'm not aiming for the discount.
But someday, the name Owaka will be spoken all over Spira.
That you can get
Say,
around
lad, you
the
wouldn't have a bit of gill to lend.
Mushroom Rock Road. So, no,
It figures.
I don't have money for you. Sorry, man. I'm gonna keep my money. Anyway, I don't think I've...
What the heck is that?
What
For
the
the
heck
main
is
story, I
what?
don't think I'm buying anything
What
for
is this
Owaka.
place?
The power room, like it says on the door.
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos?
You know,
Those
I'm
are
not sure if it gives
chocobos?
a discount later in the
What?
game to
You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater
Waka,
island did you
but-
come from, anyway?
if it gets to that, I'll grind for money if I have to.
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily
I will have to
routine on
grind
this
for
trip.
money at some point anyway. So, chocobos. That's, yeah, interesting. Chocobo power. So, do we have a treasure chest here? Yes, we do. Now, I could hit this bag, I believe it's 10 times. Let's get the potions. Nope, nothing more. Right, let's go back up on the bridge and talk to Waka and Yuna. So, whoever joining right now, this is part 1 of a complete run of Final Fantasy X to 100%. So, I am gonna play the complete main story, then get all the celestial weapon, and max out the stats
Word is
of
that
all my
summoner's got
characters.
noble blood. I heard
The only
she's
place
Lord
where I
Braska's
kind
daughter.
of
don't
cheat
say.
is for the Albed primers.
Lord
so
Braska's
those books
daughter?
that teach you the Albed language. I'm using a memory card with all the primers already loaded beforehand, because if I miss only one, I'm screwed up.
So, is Yuna's father famous or
Therefore,
something?
Albed primers
She's the
already
daughter of High Summoner Braska.
taken
You
care
saw
of.
his statue at the temple.
Other than that,
Lord Braska defeated
we'll see.
Sin 10
I
years
have
ago.
never personally
Yuna's the
maxed
heir
out
to a
all my
great legacy.
characters, so it's gonna be
It's
first.
tough.
But I
When
will
your
worry about
father's
that
famous.
in about 30 hours time when I complete the main game.
Waka's a bit lacking in the
For now,
imagination
we are
department.
enjoying the main story,
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep
which
that in
holds
mind.
so much memory for me. You wouldn't know just what this game means to me, like overall. One of the game I've completed the most time in my life, I'd say. I know pretty much everything there is to know about Spira, about the game, about the world, about the characters. So, I dare say I'm a Final Fantasy X specialist. Yeah. First one-on-one talk, Titus and
The wind.
Yuna
It's nice.
on the boat. Come on, get behind her and do the Titanic pose. No? Not gonna happen. Sure, Yuna can fly, but only later in the game, I guess.
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
You know,
But I believe
I
you.
look at the character design in this game, and
I've heard in Xanarkin
like
there is a
Yuna's
great
character
stadium.
design and animation
all
are
lit up,
among the best
even at night.
of all the characters.
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always
Which
full.
makes sense because
How do
with
you know
Titus, she's
A
one
man
of the
named
most
Jack told
important
me.
one.
He was my father's guardian.
Ooh, so Jacked was in Spira.
Jacked.
That's the first time we learn about that.
My father. His name is Jekt.
Amazing!
Which shows that there could truly be a link between Xanarkin.
You know, our meeting like
and
this
Spira.
must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My
Oh
man. He died. 10 years ago. Off the coast of Xanarkand.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day. Never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jekt came to Spira.
But...
Really?
It's true, I first met Jekt
I mean, that
10 years and 3 months
Jekt
ago.
was not in Xanarkand anymore
I remember
and was in
that was the
Spira
day
instead.
my father left.
Yep.
The date fits, doesn't it?
No, the
Yeah,
more I
but
look at this game,
How would he get here?
and the more I realize, you know,
You're
when I
here.
was a teenager,
Are you
of
not?
course I would find Yuna cute. The animation are super good. And you can already see a little romance growing between the two characters. And action here. Since we know that Sin is Jekt, Titus is attracting Sin. That's how it works. If you are watching this stream, I welcome you. Say hi in the chat. Wave. I'm happy to see anyone joining and having a bit of fun with me. We're gonna keep playing for about another hour or so. The first of many streaming sessions.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract him. Our families are
I'm pretty sure that as the game
Forgive us, Lady
progresses
Summoner.
and I reach tougher battles, I will focus a bit more on what's going on and how I want to play it out. Alright, bus battle. Let's go. So my strategy in a bus battle, make every character take at least one turn. And then bring the summon, bring the big guns. Are gonna come down. But
this place is crawling.
The fin, that's where they're coming from.
Now we are gonna bring Yuna and Vale. That we are going to use. is the main boss that we have to defeat. It's not a dangerous boss fight. Just an annoying one. And the little critters on the boat cannot attack me because I am flying, so there is no danger. Actually, can they use time too? Oh, they actually can. Oh, I completely forgot about that. This is gonna suck. True, usually I just leave one of them alive. And yeah, that sucks. I completely forgot about that part. Not that it really matters. I mean, I'm still gonna beat that boss very easily. But I fucked up to some extent. Alright, let's attack Sin. And I believe to attack now will be, yeah. It will be an easy. So what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to die, but I want to keep my overdrive for the upcoming boss. I'm gonna dismiss Valinor, and I'm gonna attack with Waka, Lulu, and Kumari. So, we're gonna destroy this. And keep attacking. Let's see. Are we good now? Almost 785 left, so it's not that big of an issue. Kimari's Lancet can deal damage to Sin, so no biggie. So there's about 500 HP left. So 160. How much do I do? 11. I don't want to deal with this idiot. But next turn, we're gonna take care of Sin. Alright. The fin is moving, but I have no idea if that affects anything in this battle. Let's use Blizzard for no reason. And it's a win. Oh, but we're gonna have to fight underwater after that, yeah. Tidus and Waka are gonna fight some bad boy underwater. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Been playing for 2.5 straight and didn't take any break. Starting to take its toll on me. Blitzball again. So, interesting battle now. Where items will be needed, that's for sure. Let's try to avoid dying though. I have plenty of potions. I have some high potions. I have Phoenix down, but like I said, I want to avoid those. But I think this enemy can... Yeah, he can inflict darkness. Therefore, I will want to use Dark Attack with Waka and hope that this will do something. I think it will work. But it does turn, it does not do dark. That's better. Yeah, those little sucker fish. Waka only has 10 MP, so we can use Dark Attack once, I mean twice. And Blender is not cool. It's gonna hit me despite him being dark. So that's not making me super happy. Here, try another Dark Attack. To suck. What? Yay! Yeah. That was very funny. So Sin is arriving here in Kilika. This is not really cool, I mean, nobody wants to see that happening. And it's also a very sad moment in the game where obviously the town is getting destroyed, so it just shows the power of Sin. Yep. And all this because...
When Sin attacked Xanarkin that day, I woke up in Spira.
Yeah.
I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Yep. You are stuck in there for good. Right, sorry I have spaced out for a moment there,
Greetings.
so
I am the
here
summoner
we are
Yuna.
in Kilika,
I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh,
and you
Milady
perform
Summoner!
ascending.
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Ah, thanks, BT.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Great. So what can I do? Here there's no treasure chest. I can, of course, level up. Ability sphere, I get flee, which I believe the very first time I played this game I abused a little bit, always fleeing or using Valley 4, meaning that I was never getting any real experience and arrived around the Moonflow. Very underpowered. So which one we're gonna go with Kimari? Not that it matters because I don't really use Kimari in this game, but if I want him to, after that, you know, go into the strong way once he's done with his side. So this way here will lead to Riku's road, which I don't want to. This is Lulu. No. This would be Waka, and above would be Titus. So we're gonna go that way so that he will go on Waka's road once he's done with his own part of the sphere grid. Good. Anything here? This shop is closed. So the boys are helping there. We're gonna go that way. And we're gonna watch Descending. Which is very interesting.
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem?
This scene really shows how different
The dead
this
need
world
guidance.
is and what the duties of a summoner are, and This is the first time we actually see Yuna in her
Filled
duties
with
as a
grief
summoner.
over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living.
So you know what, the souls become
Sad,
fiends.
isn't it?
So I always wondered,
The
all
sending
those
takes
monsters
them
I'm
to the
fighting,
far plane,
are they
where they may rest in
all
peace.
people that died
Summoners do
previously?
this?
I don't know. I'm truly wondering. But let's watch this unfold. This is beautiful to watch. Yep. Pretty emotional moment in the game, I think. One of the most beautiful moments of the game. Definitely.
It must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end?
Until she defeats Sin. But
what's the end?
There's more to it than meets the eye. You just don't know about it yet, young Titus.
Until she defeats Sin.
Yeah, people are discouraged about you, you ignorant fool.
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time. Hmm?
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by Sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her.
Yeah,
it
but
was
there
strange
will be more
and
sad
somehow
sending,
horrifying.
more sorrow,
I
more
never wanted to see it
sadness.
again.
Until we defeat Sin. Because that's what Sin does. Sin kills people. Good, sending is done, so now we can go talk to people and head for the Kilika temple. that one.
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
Hey, Snowzashi, nice to see you, and my pleasure to be streaming this. So, you know, to explain quickly, this is the first part of a 100% run of the game. I plan to do all of the main story, then do all the end game content, and max out all of my stats to 250. Yes, the Celestial Weapon too. I've never done this in my life. You know, I've completed the game many times, but I've never gone through the whole content of the game. So it's gonna be challenging. I don't know how long this will take, but I'm here to have fun doing this. I'm not here to put pressure on myself. I'm just here to enjoy, basically.
Where we pray for victory.
And we will see. And
Summoner O'Halloran used to live in the Kilika
so for now,
temple
you know,
here.
the first 30 hours or so is just the main story.
Blitzer, you know?
And we'll see afterward. Hopefully I won't get a game over in the main story. That would be pretty cool. And
is this right?
you know, that's also one of my favorite games of all time. Certainly the Final Fantasy I've completed the most.
This is the only time. The players fight with all
And
their strength.
I know so much
the
about
fans
this
cheer
game.
for their favorite
Like,
team. They forget pain,
I
suffering.
was talking earlier
Only the
about
game
this
matters.
dream that you have at
That's why
about
Blitz has been around for
1
so
hour
long.
and a half
At
in
least
the
that's
game.
what I think.
Where Titus
Whatever
dreams
you
about
say.
Jack and Yuna and
Let's
Riku.
play.
And there's
and
a
win.
whole analysis you can do of that dream about
Right.
that shows that
Temple's
only in
beyond
this
the
dream
jungle
you
there.
can predict
Let's go.
everything that's gonna happen in the game. So that's something interesting to know and pretty cool, I think. I just want to see what are Kimari's weapon. Okay, good. So this is the North American original PS2 version. Therefore, there are no Dark Aeons and the additional buzz that comes with it. But it does not really matter, I think, because the additional buzz is about as strong as the final monsters of the arena. So yeah, let's save the child here. And yeah, if you want to follow me through my run, Snowzashi, I encourage you to become a follower and check my schedule, check my Discord for updates on when I will be playing. I should usually stick to my schedule, but there could be some unplanned run where I will, you know, just start playing because I have time for 2, 3, 4 hours. So you can check it out if you want. But, you know, not forcing you. Just happy that you are here, that you are part of the chat, part of the community of Final Fantasy X lovers. What time is it? Okay, still have about half an hour to play.
What's
That's,
up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
Pretty cool, Snowzashi. Nice to have
ask
you
you
aboard.
to be my guardian.
And
You know what?
yeah,
There's no
like I
time
said,
for jokes, yeah?
I
He may be a
stick
blitzball
to-
whiz kid.
I'll
but up
stick to my
against
schedule
fiends,
most
he's
of
a
the
newbie.
time. If I cancel a run,
Not
I
a
will
guardian,
write
then.
it in Discord.
I just want him nearby.
And
What?
also
What do you
update my
mean?
schedule accordingly.
It's just that
And if there are
Well-
some unplanned
We're all going to the temple anyway.
play session,
Can't this wait till later?
I will also mention it in Discord, like maybe
I'm
an hour in
sorry.
advance
I
when I
shouldn't have-
know
There's nothing to be
when
sorry about.
I will be playing. So
I'm just not really sure what's
if you
going
happen
on.
to be there and want to follow, go for it, my
my
friend.
apologies.
And we'll try to entertain everyone who wants to be part of the adventure. I think that's a pretty cool thing to try to do, to max out this game. And I know it's going to require a lot of grinding.
Kimari, why don't you use Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
I know way too much about this game for my own good. But also, like I was saying earlier, that's a little dream analysis that I can do about the game will kind of serve me to maybe someday for a panel in some kind of Comic-Con or something. That would be cool. And you see here I brought Yuna in the fight. That's part of my grinding without grinding strategy, at least for the very first part of the game, where I just need to beat the story. If I have extra turn I can take, I'll bring one character that did not fight so far, just so that they can get extra experience and move in the sphere grid, so that when I get later on to Sin and Ject, I will have something ready. So that was a treasure chest here. I will go beat the Ochu over here. Did I just get stunned? Do I have Esuna already? Yes, I do. Thanks God.
Light shines strong. Our woe be gone.
I don't even remember that monster ever stoning me. Wow. That's surprising. That's really good.
I can take care of those alone, huh?
So if you love Final Fantasy X, you can type in the chat !QOTD for the question of the day, which will be related to Final Fantasy X today, since it is the game I'm playing. So !QOTD for the question of the day about Final Fantasy X.
Newbie here.
Sorry.
See ya. Yeah.
Everyone here. Oh, I only have one ability sphere left for now, so I'm gonna be stuck soon. So yeah, Kimari moving that way because I want to actually, I should have moved the other way. Shit. Whatever. I'm gonna move Kimari toward Waka's sphere grid when he completes his own. Now I'm out of ability sphere, but it's no big deal for now. Lulu is in the yellows, so yeah, I agree. Auron is pretty cool. Personally, my favorite character. I never figured that thing out, by the way. My favorite character would.
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of
I
the
would
Wood.
say
We've had trouble with this one
Auron
before. Remember,
for the
discretion
badass
is the better part of
thing,
valor.
like you said. Though I was saying earlier that I really like Yuna, because when I first played this game I was like 14 years old, so something like that, and basically Yuna was my first video game crush, so I have kind of a special attachment to Yuna, which is, I think, very funny when you think about it that way. And also, you know, because I played this game so much that I was a long time ago planning to do a master degree about Final Fantasy X, about this dream at the beginning of the game. I have some attachment to Titus, but also I would say to Seymour, because there's a lot of material for anyone who wants to push the discovery of this game and analyze everything that's going on. I think that's pretty cool in that sense. But I will agree, Auron is very badass. Ooh, that was hard. So I'll try not to die with Velifor here because of the upcoming boss fight, the Kilika stairs. I want to keep my overdrive because it's gonna help me. Can I use Sonic Wing? No. I'm gonna dismiss then. I'm doing everything I can to make the main story easy. And then we'll just see from there. Okay, so this fire is gonna be good. I don't need her now, so let's walk up. It's gonna gain back health by falling asleep, yeah. But if I attack, he's good. That's gonna hurt, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna hurt! Only Titus. No, I thought it was only hitting Titus, but it did hit pretty much everyone. Let's cure Lulu. So while we go through this fight, worth mentioning, I also have YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter that people can follow. Everything you need to know is in the description of this channel. I post on a regular basis, like highlights, schedule stream, pretty much anything that can be of interest to people who want to follow me. I'm gonna cure Lulu here, who's poisoned, because she's pretty much the key to beating this monster. That hurts. 1400 HP left, so it should not take too long now. Let's bring Titus back. So I guess one more turn and then we'll be good. Just don't use Earthquake. Poison Claw, that sucks. Fire. So how much HP do you have? You use 313. Well, we'll bring Kimari even though he's poisoned, since he's got a lot of HP. Yeah, I'm lazy on the items and cure. I'm pretty much on the item border, so I'm not gonna use antidotes. And because I know I'm not gonna die, I can just finish the fight anyway. And Sphere. Cool.
A summoner and her guardians. Very impressive.
Sir, we should fight too.
We'll get our chance soon enough.
Young Crusaders, gather around.
Gata and Luzu. So it's time to... I have time to start thinking who I'm gonna keep alive later in the game. Either Gata or Luzu. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So MP Sphere. I am gonna wait and give it to Lulu when she reaches that node here. So it's gonna stay in my inventory for a while. So tell me, Snowzashi, when you arrive at the part where you can pretty much choose if Gata or Luzu stay alive, Did you try both route just to get the different dialogue? Did you have a favorite one? I'm curious. I know there's another treasure chest somewhere.
Focus on the fight.
No worries.
I know there's another treasure chest in this wood. I just don't remember where exactly. We're gonna find it.
Make way!
Switch it up every play. Yeah, I agree. It's a lot sadder when Gata dies. They're both sad for sure, but for the fact that Gata is very young, the other treasure chest is that big. The fact that Gata is pretty young compared to Luzu is, you know, kind of add up to this whole feeling. And, you know, when you also know the story between Luzu, Lulu, Waka, and Waka's brother Chapu, I think, yeah, I think it makes it more sad to see Gata dies, because then, yeah, you still have the whole thing about Luzu that can evolve in there. I should have cured Lulu because, okay. This is like the first time I play this game while talking at the same time, and I'm usually super focused, super concentrated, and I'm seeing myself making mistakes that are not like dangerous at the moment because this is only the beginning of the game, but I'm gonna have to be careful when I reach like Mount de Gazette, or you know, when you get the tough Seymour fights, and even Sin, because I won't be allowed to make mistakes in those tough fights. But it's cool. I'm gonna reorder my item to remove the empty sphere from the top because this is getting pretty annoying. I'm gonna make a mistake if I don't move this empty sphere. So it's just... how do I reorder item? Sort. Manual. Okay, good. Empty sphere with the remedy. That's good. So let's get the other treasure chest and then head for Kilika Temple. Luck sphere. Yeah, useless without fortune sphere. So let's get to Kilika Temple. Let's do the cloister of trial. And
nothing to fear, the hero's here. Ha!
You see, I'm not sure when I will end this stream. I know it's gonna be pretty soon, considering that I said I was gonna end it around 9 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, it's gonna end soon, but I'll go at least through the Kilika Temple. Oh, it's true, there's a boss fight before. We'll see. One thing at a time. I still have time to go through. It's, missing ability sphere, so Waka's gonna wait there. There is also another stream planned tomorrow around 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It should go on as planned
Now what?
and last for about 3 hours, just like today. Right, good. Reaching a temple, reaching the bus fight, or about to reach the bus fight. There should be a save. Yeah, there's gonna be a save game there.
Oh, oh. These
Let's
stone
beat the
steps have a
boss.
history, you know. Yep.
Lord O'Halloran
trained here at his peak.
Lord O'Halloran, who was also a great blitzball player.
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
So the kids are playing in the stairs.
Yuna, if you would.
Oh yeah.
Ready?
Hey!
Huh?
Was
Hey!
reading something today, or listening to something, I should say. In the whole game, Kimari has only, I think, 159 words that he says. Or is it sentences? I'm not sure. Probably sentences.
No! Everyone, quick!
I think it's
Sit
words.
spawn!
We all know that Kimari does not talk a lot, but would have expected a little bit more. Okay, so everyone's gonna attack, then I will bring Valley 4 in order to try and end this quickly.
It's hard as rock! My sword's no good!
Critical hit. Yeah, of course Kamari got piercing on his lens. I forgot about that.
Its tentacles absorb any spells cast at its body.
Waka, and then let's bring you now. Good. Summon Valley 4. I don't know if that's my usual strategy, or if I think I usually bring Valley 4 first to kill the tentacles, and then fight off the other team with everyone else. Yeah, no big deal. Let's just overdrive. It should wake up now. I think the animation for how the shell opens is actually pretty cool overall. And he's gonna drain my health. So let's use fire because he's weak against fire. I might get another overdrive. And the next boss fight is only on the Mihen High Road, so I can allow myself to die and not have the overdrive. If I have to. But obviously 292 health. If I just use fire, he's gonna die. I stay alive, I have the overdrive. So, one less pain for the next boss, which is pretty far away in the game. For sure I'm not reaching the next boss today. So, tell me, Snowzashi, have you ever maxed out all the characters in this game? Completed all the endgame content in the arena and stuff?
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Being a guardian's tiring.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey. So, what are these sin spawn anyway?
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Waka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
Yep, you should consider becoming a guardian. So let's keep going. Almost at the temple already. I still don't have ability spheres. Or do I? Yes, I do. Oh, wait, I'm gonna reorder my item again. Sort, manual, ability, MP, like this. Increasing strength, there. Silence attack, that's good. Oh yes, I've got haste. This is such a game hack to use haste in this game. Oh my god. Finally reaching the temple.
So, they got fiends in Xanacan too?
Just a few. It's a big deal when one shows up, though.
Hey, since when have you believed me about Xanarkin anyway?
I've been thinking. Maybe people Sin gets to don't die. Maybe Sin carries them through time, like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Amazing. Simply amazing.
Hmm?
You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chapu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chapu's place. No one can replace Serject, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska either.
Isn't she?
It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
I mean, yeah. She's a real piece of
I could
work.
never be what Chapu was.
That Lulu.
Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chapu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
So now we finally arrive at the temple, and yeah, that's a nice temple. That's nice architecture. Very special when you look at it that way. Lady Summoner Yuna. So let's move forward. Ooh, the Luca goers.
You here to pray for victory too?
Us pray? Who needs to pray? The Luca goers always win.
Oh yeah? Then why are you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do your best again? Ha! It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up?
This time, we play to win.
Oh yeah. And I do plan to do everything I can to win the Blitzball game later in the game.
Kids can play, boys.
See you in the finals!
I promise I will. Now I better not promise.
We'll
because
beat
it's
them.
So tough
We have to
win
You know that,
the
team?
blitzball match.
Putting people down. They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jekt was a kind and gentle man.
I think
Well,
I won
not
the
my
blitzball
Jack.
match maybe 1 out of 2 times.
Even 10 years after he left.
approximately.
Just thinking about my old
It's
man
really
got
tough.
me angry.
It is really tough.
But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
So I don't think there's anything special in any of the 2 rooms here, but let's check just in case. But again, the treasure chest, I believe, only starts at the Jose Temple, so probably looking for nothing. Yeah. Okay. So let's go into the temple. And there will be a save game right there. Good. So, you know, yeah.
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
Let's pray for victory at the blitzball game. I think I will need it. I don't even know if this helps. If this does anything in the game. And we finally meet Lady
A summoner, are
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
you? Donna? So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to. My. And all these people are your guardians?
Yep.
My, what
Many
a rabble.
guardians.
As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians.
I only have as many guardians as there
Quality
are
over
people I
quantity,
can
my
trust.
dear. Whatever were you thinking? I have need of only 1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
I only have as many guardians as there are people I can trust. I trust them all with my life. To
better
have so
trust
many
them all with your
guardians is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either. So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
You do what you want, Bartello, we're leaving.
She's also a big mess. I hate
A guardian is someone a summoner can rely on.
characters
Someone
like
she can trust
Donna.
with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that
I
way
never
about
really
me?
liked the bitchy type of characters.
What's she smiling about?
Right, so I'm not gonna go into the cluster of trial. I'm gonna save my game and we are gonna end this stream here. So for those who are still watching, I thank you for joining me today. I will continue on my journey on completing Final Fantasy X probably tomorrow and also later this week if all goes well and if I find the time. You can always check my schedule on Twitch that I try to update daily depending on when I'm sure when I will play or not. And thank you again for watching, for following. You can follow on Discord to get all the updates like almost on a minute-to-minute basis of when I do plan to be late to arrive in advance or to cancel a run. If you want to follow me on YouTube, I'm also putting this in the chat. And yeah, Facebook and Twitter, you can also find me there. All the details are also in this channel about page. And again, thank you for watching, guys. It's been pretty cool. I didn't think that 3 hours would lead me all the way to Kilika. I think it was farther than that. But, you know, I haven't played in a while, so obviously I was mistaken. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you pretty soon. On that note, we are gonna end it there. Take care, guys.